Oh, I guess we're doing this today. What's going on, you guys? TBR here, back yet again with another King of Fighters All-Star video, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are having a wonderful week. In today's video, we are going to be ranting, we're going to be raving, well, we're just going to talk about the new special support battle passes and in-game shop items in the King of Fighters All-Star. Would it kill you just to release new content before you ask for more money? Would it? Would it really? But before we go ahead and get into all of that and more, make sure if you guys haven't already done so, you smash that like button and subscribe. And let's just go ahead and get into this. So it comes down to this, guys. I'm going to tell you straight up, right off the bat, these battle passes, as tempting as they might be in regards to what is actually in them, specifically speaking, when we're talking about the special reward 2 or the whale pass, don't buy these. I'm going to tell you that right off the bat before we even get into this. So when it comes to these passes, I'm just going to hop right into the meat and the potatoes of it. With this support pass and these support passes in general, the idea is that they're re-releasing a bunch of support stuff like characters and even some cards and things like that that are going to be good for your account, I guess, if you're into support characters. Support characters we've talked about in the past here on the channel. When it comes to support characters, they're really unnecessary. They're characters that are there to be helpful in certain in-game content, but the problem is they're only going to help you to achieve even more ridiculous numbers than you're already going to achieve with any of the modern characters in this game. So they're really highly unnecessary for most accounts. They are good characters that for other things as well that are in here, like specifically if we're talking Kusanagi or Shizuru or Rugal. Gato's outside of being a support, he's okay, and I'm being generous. But with that being said, support characters are typically speaking just there for support, and hence the reason why that's why they're calling all this stuff support this, support that, right? So when you look at this though, the biggest issue here is, yes, they are re-releasing Athena. Yes, they are giving us a memory for her. EX Athena is a phenomenal character, specifically as a support and also as a leader. She's one of the better leaders in the entire game. This character is phenomenal. Now, when it comes to other things that are in here though, things start to get a little murky, right? So you do get the cards, like I mentioned, for the characters that are going to be in that support selector, right? Which is fine. You can get a finisher for them. You can even pick which one of the effects you want. That's great, right? So if you missed out on this stuff, wonderful. The problem is here, they're asking $65 motherfucking dollars for this damn thing. $65, guys. That is absolutely absurd. Now, I know that prices went up recently, but $65 for this shit. You're telling me that for $25 less dollars, I can get on my Switch and download one of the greatest video games in the history of video games remastered for the first time on the Nintendo Switch, which, of course, I'm talking about Metroid Prime Remastered. You should go play it. It's incredible. I could get that for $40. $40. For $65, on the other hand, I could log into my phone or the PC client and buy this pass for $65. Get an A1 Athena, get some stones for her, get a support character, get a few items, and yeah. No, don't do that. Like, I'm sorry, if you are a incredibly big Athena fan and you missed out on her, or maybe you need an extra couple of memories in order to finish A5ing her, then go for it. If you, who am I to tell you how to spend your money if you're a fan of a character, right? I always say, go for your favorites. But $65, and the rubies in here, you only get 3,500 of them for $65. So they did cut down on that as well, as far as the typical value when it comes to what you're getting in rubies in exchange for your IRL money for a lot of these packages. That's really not a whole lot. And the rest of the items in here outside of the stones for the character, which, you know, admittedly is nice to see. I mean, what you're doing here is you're getting some stones and an A1 character And outside of that, you're getting a mediocre to mid character or a support character that you can pick from. You're getting a card and you're getting some items. So for $65, don't buy that. So speaking of things I wouldn't buy, for $20, you can pick up this one. This is slightly less insulting because it's not $65, but if you take a look at this, you do get Kusanagi. Kusanagi is a cool character. I like this character a lot. I like using him. He is fun. Definitely a good character. He is a support, but he is a phenomenal character just to play around with, have some fun with. He's fun. I do like him. He's not going to be, he's again a mid character if we're being completely honest, outside of being a support. But outside, I mean, if you're wanting support characters, he's one of the better ones, and he's a great character. I'm not going to sit here and, you know, totally dog on him. But as far as just a general use character, he's kind of mid. Still pretty good though, better than some of the other options. But when you take a look at this, again, you got this guy in here, so you can pick up a memory for Kusanagi if that's what you're going for, or you can pick up one of the other characters, and then you can go ahead and get a card, right? So again, the card thing is in here. The amount of rubies is 2,000. I find it funny, for $20, you can get 2,000 rubies with all this stuff, and with the $65 one, you get 3,500 rubies. And it's just like, again, I get like, how much do you value this shit? Like at Netmarble, how much money do you think this crap is actually worth? Like $65, I'd have a hard time believing that a lot of whales didn't already A5 their Athena and are really that worried about having this to begin with. Whales out there, let me know in the comments section, unless you're just afraid of getting flamed by someone, but please leave them alone. Please let me know if you're planning on buying this, or if this just doesn't present the value to you all that much because you already probably got this stuff. But yeah, just let me know. Kind of curious about that, because that's obviously who this is geared towards. And I have a hard time believing that there's a lot of Athena fans, even hardcore Athena fans, that are going to spend $65 on this damn thing. Like, that is just absolutely ridiculous. Like, you are starving the game for content right now, and you can find time to think of things and, you know, pitch things and put together things like this, but you can't give me like a new game mode, or new story mode even. Like, what are we doing? All right, guys, so another thing that came along with this, unfortunately, are these two guys here. Oh god. So what is in here? The special support growth support box, which is a mouthful. If you take a look here, it's a mystery box, right? And you get a ton of really cool stuff, and this is something that just pisses me off. You know, at the end of the day, we do see the Idle DNA set in here again, which, for those of you who are unaware, this is probably one of the best sets in the game, if not the best set in the game right now. Absolutely incredible set. So good. And I would be buying these myself if they weren't $20 for mystery boxes. That's really what this boils down to. You're buying mystery boxes for $20. You're buying more RNG, which isn't totally unlike, you know, buying stuff to pull on a banner, right? But at the same time, when you look at the rates in here, like, if you're going for something like the card set, oh my god, or any of these cards, yeah, because, I mean, really, you've got a cold one in here, which is a phenomenal option card. You've got Athena's finisher in here, which is fantastic, because, of course, Athena is one of the big center points of all this, so you can get her memory as well. That's phenomenal. If you're somebody that really just hates yourself, you can try to just go for the summon tickets here, but it's a ×1 ticket. It's not even a multi. The rubies in here are fine, I guess, for the amount. That's cool. And you actually have a decent chance at getting those. So what you're getting in here, no matter what, is something that is probably going to be pretty decent. But if you're specifically going for Athena or her cards, or the cards here, or her cards down here, then you're going to be just playing more RNG hell for $20. And it was so generous of them to not put a cap on how many of these you can buy. It's almost like they expected or wanted or hoped that whales would go out and buy 10, 15 of these damn things, hunting down the stuff that is in here. When again, I think that most of the whales probably already have a lot of this stuff as far as the cards and the characters are concerned. But at the same time, what can you say? So with that said, mystery boxes for $20 and some other items, which admittedly, that is a lot of elite transcend material, right? That's a lot of elite transcend material. But at the same time, no, absolutely not. Other things in this one here are going to be just general riffraff items, which is fine. But again, the biggest selling point and the rates on these things, no, not even close. Not even close. There would have been a day not too long ago where they would have released these things as like little things like this, where you could just go in and select a piece of the set and put it in there for whichever part you wanted, and you could spend X amount of money and get the entire set that way. Or if they were being really generous, they would sometimes let you use rubies. You remember that? Yeah, now we're spending, let's see, how much money? $50. $50 for the Psycho, Soldier, Moon, or Star imprint stone. And more mystery boxes. Literally, you are paying for the stone. You are paying $50 for the stone. Forget about the rest of the stuffing. The amount of rubies here isn't even anything to write home about. $50. 50. You know, guys, at the end of the day, I don't think I need to really say much more. I don't want this just to be a ridiculous rant and rave video, so I'm just going to leave it at this. If this is how Netmarble plans on re-releasing things in the near future, specifically speaking, because we do not have EX generic memories, this becomes even more of an issue. But with that said, if this is how Netmarble plans on re-releasing both the cards and the characters going forward, this game does not have very long. I'm going to put that out there right now. The reason I say that is because this is starting to get ridiculous to where we do not get, even the BS and the SS characters are still treated like prizes, even though they should have been given to some sort of general pool a long time ago. Characters rarely ever get re-released, and when they do now, we're going to be paying this amount of money. If this right here is not an indictment on the state of the game right now, I do not know what is. An A1 character and the stones. Admittedly, there's some nice stuff in here. This is a nice package. $65. And we still cannot get new in-game content. The content is completely starved in the game. Nothing ever changes. But we're expected to just shove that amount of money at all these packages, which, to be quite honest, some of these packages are not even worth looking at. Like, this to me is insulting. That battle pass, insulting. Asking somebody to fork over $20 for a bunch of just RNG boxes. If you wanted to re-release this stuff, there's a million ways you could have done it. You chose to do it this way, so basically I'm just going to call them like I sees them, like I normally do. And this is a bunch of horse crap, Netmarble. And this is getting to the point where if you do not decide to start actually working on this game and putting out in-game content and giving people new stuff to do, and we're not asking for much, you could easily just throw us story mode every couple of months or new epic quest and fill the voids in there while you think up something new. But you don't choose to do that. Instead, you choose to just give us the same update after 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 the same update, and it never changes. And then you wonder why people are pissed off about this kind of stuff. But anyway, you guys, let me know in the comment section down below what you think about all this. Again, go buy Metroid Prime Remaster, or, I don't know, something you like. Buy yourself something pretty. Don't spend it on this. I'll talk to y'all in the next one. Peace.
Continue.